Hi, welcome to the Netherlands, Allan.
Thank you.
Bobos interviews is for people who took unconventional career paths. I would love to understand what you are working on right now. Can we know about you?
Yeah, great. Right now we are building a new kind of theme park where you can, instead of you go to a roller coaster, now you can put on a headset and see things in mixed reality. So we are building content for a new kind of theme park, and the part we're working on is building the fantasy side of things. So think Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings kind of stuff with magic.
What's your profession right now? What do you call yourself? What is?
I'm jumping kind of between. I think my title right now is probably product manager, but sometimes I'm a game designer, sometimes I'm a coder, sometimes I'm a creative technologist.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Very unique set of combinations of careers.
True.
I want to ask about maybe first we start with your education. What did you study, or is there something prior to this that led you to do this kind of things in your career today?
Yeah. So, I mean, first I studied economics, and then I went traveling, and I figured out that's not for me. And then I went straight opposite into art and technology. And art and technology is kind of like a mixture of everything. It's kind of like you come up with concepts and see if you can build it. So one semester is about light, one semester is about sound, one semester is about coding Arduinos. So yeah, we put in Arduinos together with LED lights and have some sensors react to it. So typically stuff you see in museums or at festivals, and was 3D printing a lot. And I was doing a lot of that same stuff up until COVID, where the whole entertainment industry kind of
Stopped for a
stopped for a
while.
while. So that's kind of when I decided to move more into the XR and software kind of side of things.
What do you like about XR? Like, I know that you did things about augmented reality, but how was
Yeah.
your creation like after your studies and experimenting about this medium? How was your first experiments about?
Yeah, my first experiments was kind of through the Leap Motion controller and projection mapping. So that's kind of like kind of AR in a way. So yeah, I did that more for like concerts and events, and then later on I started doing more stuff for Snapchat, where I got introduced to them at the AR house through that community kind of, and then yeah, we were building stuff for the spectacle. So yeah, I think that's what excites me, is like we can finally put something on your face, and you can now interact with things with your hands and your voice and so the whole spatial segment is something that's completely new, and we never were able to play around with this stuff before. So that's kind of what excites me, and also the whole social aspects of it. You can play together and move around. You don't sit on the couch anymore to play games.
And it's becoming more like really easy to like it's indifferentiate. Like you will do something like this and it detects you, and like it's getting much more better to control things in mixed reality.
Yeah.
It's fun. How was so after your studies and then with the augmented reality with Snapchat things? I know that you had a course, and that was the first time I think I realized that you are doing cool things. What was your learning about this experiment? What was it about? Maybe people do not know that.
Sure. Yeah, I think I wanted to do YouTube for a bit, and I think the niche audience of making content for Snapchat creators was kind of like obvious, and there was a lack of content too. So it was also a way for me to kind of like force myself or push myself to learn stuff. If I can teach it, I've definitely learned that too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think when AR House sort of like opened their applications, I was like, just okay, I'm not so experienced with this AR stuff yet, but now I will just make a lens every day and try to impress them. So I made like a lens every day for 30 days until they got a bit more complex, and you couldn't really just push one out every day anymore. But that caught their attention and yeah, led to some great opportunities.
Yeah.
So it was really, and I think the community, the XR community is so amazing. So it's really awesome to meet people that say, oh, thanks for helping with this, or it really was helpful with this video and so on. So yeah.
Yeah, people are very open to teaching and sharing their knowledge in extended reality
Yeah.
community. Yeah, great. What are you building right now? What are you learning about other things right now?
So yeah, I just finished a game for the Quest store. It's called Wizard Simulator, and it was like an experiment of merging VR and AR mixed realities together. So you have like your own alchemy set up in your room at home. You can make potions and stuff like that, and then you can go through a door and you're in VR, and you can fight other wizards with magic in there. So that project I kind of finished, and it was like heavily gaming focused. Now we are doing this theme park stuff where we are actually designing for non-gamers, which is more like, what if the person is 5 years old? What if the person is 80 years old? So we have like strict policies of no UI, no tutorials, just everything needs to be very simple.
Yeah.
So I really love to play around these design constraints where things has to just be super simple, where a lot of us developers, we have a tendency of making things overly complex. So it's a great like a little challenge of trying to simplify things and
Make it more intuitive. Maybe.
make it more intuitive. And so yeah, we're not designing games, we're designing these micro interactions. The same as if you go to Universal Studios into the wizarding world, you can buy like a wand and you can swing it at a fountain and there is like some water that comes out. So
Yeah.
this kind of like simple, very impressive stuff, but super simple. So that's what we're trying to build now.
If there is a person who wants to start experimenting with augmented reality, is there something that you would suggest more than the other things?
Yeah,
Like what you did with 30 days, it was interesting to have the learning curve.
Yeah.
Or like, is there another thing that you would suggest to people?
true. I think either you go to a hackathon
Ah.
and you meet some awesome people and you learn a lot in a few days, and you don't even need to code, like you can design stuff too. Or I would suggest install Lens Studio, because this is still the fastest way to prototype things and just play around. Super easy. And then if you want to take it to the next step, I think now you should get a Quest 3 headset and play with Unity. And now finally the price is like, you can get a headset for $300 now. So it's like getting more and more affordable to get in. But yeah, really just play around with stuff that excites you, and I'm sure opportunities will then start showing to you. That's at least for me. After I started posting these like once a day videos, it started to get some traction on Twitter.
Yay.
And you then like start meeting all the cool kids and yeah.
Great. I want to ask about that. Your future projections. You already told us that you are building a new thing for theme parks, but for your future self, what are you building, maybe?
That's a good question.
Existential question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Right now, I guess just would be nice to release some games or experiences that actually could provide stability, because now up until now it's been a lot of like grants, funding and so on. So I would love to release something that can sort of like help me be stable financially. But also like before COVID we were building like some technologies for blind people. So I think at some point I would love to get back to hardware and electronics again, to build maybe a new headset or maybe...
What was the project about?
So we built like a smart glove for blind people. We originally started with a Raspberry Pi and some LiDARs and some vibrators. So when you get close to something before you hit a wall or an obstacle, it would vibrate. You also have a camera that then tells you what you were looking at, or where is my laptop? Ah, it's on the coffee table in the living room. So, but that stuff is kind of like normalized now with the new
Yeah.
vision models.
And also with the AI assistance, it can be really right time to get
Yeah.
back to it.
Exactly. So I think it's probably Apple or maybe Meta that's gonna solve the assistive technology stuff. But I think there's still room to build some niche hardware. Like you see headsets now that it's only for presenting on stage, or there's headsets for cycling. So I think we'll see a lot of these niche kind of products coming out, and I think there's a lot of opportunities there too.
I see. I'm just thinking out loud right now. So about extended reality's potential when it's combined with AI, what do you think that now can be an opportunity for the future in extended reality? What excites you the most about this?
Yeah, I think so. So AR is like the king of
AI, I meant artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So AR and AI combined is like sort of the king of utility, and the VR is sort of the king of gaming. So, and I'm super excited about the AR plus AI stuff, and the obvious ones are navigation and translation, which I think gonna be super awesome. And then you got other things in between, which are really exciting too. I still need to see where that leads, and I think we're still it's so exciting to explore this new medium.
Yeah.
Still, so it's hard to say where it's gonna end, but I think we still gotta figure out a lot of things regarding that. But also, again, now we just Meta proved that with these classes you don't maybe even
that's
need
why I wanted to ask.
even
It's a futuristic episode now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was kind of like a lost opportunity for Snapchat, because they were building the spectacles for 3 iterations, just with like a microphone. But if they just had put some speakers in there, they would essentially had the Meta Ray-Ban. But Snapchat was a bit more ambitious, so they skipped a few steps, and now they want to build the cutting edge display technology. So, but yeah, I think it's it's kind of crazy how it takes off right now.
Yeah, it's interesting times to be alive. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for the notes for the history. I would like to ask my last question, and I have a small surprise. So, it's bubbles interviews. So I have
Wow.
bubbles. Please take one to me make bubbles, and I ask my last question.
Wow. Should I bubble now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let me do it together. I have
Yeah.
one too. So my last question. So, when was the last time you had bubbles recently after kindergarten? So
Probably like
last week.
no, probably a few years ago,
Okay.
like at some festival or
Yeah.
like at some party. Like this is ravers, they kind of love these bubbles.
The good breath exercise.
Yeah.
So I ask my last question.
Yeah.
When people ask you what do you want to be when you grew up, do you remember your answer? What did you want it to be when you were a child?
Yeah, I've said a couple different things. Like I wanted to be like one was a leader, and
Leader of what?
I
Okay.
was not sure.
Okay.
And maybe that's like also according to my star sign, which is a Leo. So maybe I don't know if
Me
there's.
too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
If there's anything there. Another one was to be a bike rider.
Ah.
So like either like professionally or like a bike courier would be cool. I always loved bikes, but I think that was like I was very young and didn't really know what I wanted. So yeah.
That was an interesting career. Thank you so much to be a guest in the Bubbles interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.